Hello everybody, and welcome to day number 12 of the BCR 30-day challenge. So today we're going to be going through the full BCR technique demonstration once again. And today we're going to incorporate the allotted time for the heart rate variability. So that's what's going to be a little bit different today, is we're just going through the full practice and we're going to devote the time to do some heart rate variability breathing. All right. So the first thing we're doing, like I said, if we're already active, we're good. We can go right into the stage 2 breathing, or the phase 2 breathing. The first thing you want to do is, again, make sure you have your notepad or your tablet or your phone, okay, as we do the check-in. And we're just going to be checking in with ourselves physically, emotionally, and mentally, and just seeing what we're going to be working with today. All right. So like I said, if you've already maybe did some exercises, wherever you are in the world, of course. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. If you're already active, good, right? You don't really need to do the phase 1 breathing, which is the cleansing breath, right? We can go right into the heart rate variability, but we are going to start off with phase 1 anyways, just for those of you who may not be active, okay? So again, with a pen and paper, or again, your tablet, your phone, we're going to firstly just check in with ourselves right now, right? So just get yourself nice and comfortable, nice and relaxed. All right, and now we're just going to check in with the physical body. How is the physical body feeling? All right, so I'm just doing the scan, right? Going from the top of the head, going all the way down to the bottom of the feet. And I'm just going to honestly be with myself here. How am I feeling today? Physical body is feeling pretty good. I've always had an issue with kind of a left shoulder, but it's actually feeling pretty good today. So maybe the left shoulder I would write down, right? There's a little bit of a minor issue with it, but it's nothing too major. So again, on a scale of 0 to 10, what would that be? I'd say like a 1.5, so it's hardly anything. So I would put that down on my notepad, all right? So left shoulder, intensity of it from a scale of 0 to 10, 1.5 out of 10. Sounds about right, okay? Is there anything else in the physical body? No. Physical body feels good, okay? So with all of you, what are you feeling in your physical body? Is there any tension, any stress, any strain, any aches, any pains, any sores, any discomfort? If there's anything there, right, we're just writing it down. And again, we're remembering to use that scale out of 10, right? So on a scale from 0 to 10, 0 being that there's absolutely no pain, no stress, no tension whatsoever. 10 being that there's a lot of pain, stress, tension relating to that area, okay? So just write that down here on your notepad. And the second thing we're going to go into now is the emotional levels, all right? So we're going to go into our emotional body, right? How are we feeling emotionally? For myself, nothing but joy. Nothing but a smile on my face. So for me, I would just have no emotional problems, all right? For everybody else, all right, any depression, any sadness, any fear, any anger, whatever it may be, anything's coming up. Okay, for example, if you have any anger coming up, okay, so I feel some anger in the body. Okay, how intense is it on a scale of 0 to 10? I'd say about a 7, okay, so we'd put that down, a 7 out of 10, okay. So we're just measuring the intensity of the anger itself, because this helps, because we can start off with saying, okay, this was a 7, and then after the BCR technique, is it completely gone? Is it down to a 0, or is it down to a 1, or is it down to a 2? All right. This is just us checking in with ourselves to see the difference that comes up through the BCR technique. All right. So you just jot down your emotions right now. What are you feeling? Is there anger? Is there sadness? Is there fear? What's the intensity of it on a scale of 0 to 10? All right. So if I was to give you guys an example here, all right, let's just start with the left shoulder. I'll actually write these down this time. Okay. And on a scale of 0 to 10, like I said, it was about a 1.5. Okay. So that's all I'm writing down. Left shoulder, 1.5 out of 10. Okay, and then I would put a line through. The next line would represent the emotional body, right? So let's say there was anger. There isn't with me, but just in case. In case there was, all right, out of this example. Okay, so there's anger. Okay, a line is through it, so this is representing the emotional body. 7 out of 10. All right. Now we go to the mental body. So we just put another line through it. Another line at the bottom. Right, is there anything in regards to that? Okay, so there's a feeling of rejection. Okay, there's a rejection belief system here, which is, again, linked to a trauma. Okay, rejected, not feeling loved by loved ones, feeling like I'm just being cast out, feeling like a black sheep, so to speak. All right, so on a scale of 0 to 10, how intense would that be? I'd say about an 8. Okay, and there we go. So this is the basic layout. You have your physical body, you have your emotional body, you have your mental body, all right? And you're just putting scores next to these areas that you want to work on, okay? I have no rejection, just letting you know, it's just an example. Not feeling rejected by anybody or anything like that. I feel great, living inside the heart, right? This is the key. You start living inside the heart, you don't ever have a bad day anymore. And that's just what I've noticed, right? Even when I was really just starting to do the BCR technique. Because when I was first introducing the BCR technique, yeah, I had some bad days. I had some challenging days. I was disgruntled, right? I felt there was some separation anxiety with certain things. And as I started doing the BCR technique a lot more, right, working together in association with other healing methods as well, everything just started to clear up, right? I was like, oh my goodness, I feel really, really good today. I'm really enjoying this. I wake up in the morning, and the first thing I do, as soon as I woke up, as soon as my eyes opened, gave myself an early morning stretch, and I went right into the BCR technique, right? Went right into breath work, went right into calmness, went right into reinforcement, and just started putting all this love energy. It's getting bigger and bigger and huger and huger. It's amazing. I feel wonderful. Putting it inside the heart. Oh my God. And I just felt like doing cartwheels around the entire space afterwards, right? That's how I began, right? And I continued to work with the BCR technique a lot more. Then I introduced it to the public, all right? I always try these things out. I don't just say, oh, hey, this is a cool idea, and then I just write it all out, and then I just instantly give it to you guys. No. It's got to go through my own seal of approval, right? I have to demonstrate this to myself. And if I'm seeing some good change to myself, and I say, okay, this will be great, and this is where I'm getting the guidance to say, yes, introduce this to people, because if it's working for you, it will work for them as well, too, all right? So that's the whole key. Like I said, it's just a matter of being able to be repetitive, right? Like I said, even if you're doing the BCR technique multiple times per day, you're going to really do something beneficial for yourself. And you're doing something beneficial for others, because people are going to be able to experience your world through you, your reality, right? But we'll get into that a little later on. Okay, so again, I have everything down on my list right now. Very good. So these are the things that I want to work on today. So now, for those of us who may be somewhat inactive, we're going to go with the phase 1 breath, and then afterwards we'll go into phase 2, and we're going to take 5 minutes to do heart rate variability after the phase 1 breathing. Okay, so for phase 1 breathing, which is the cleansing breath, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Let's do 5 of them for now. Okay, take a deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in and out, in, out, in, out. One more, in, out. Okay. Are you in that active calmness, right? Are you feeling the waves? Are you on that nice middle plank, that nice wooden plank in the middle of the ocean? Right? And you're feeling those bobbing waves? Okay. Maybe I need to do a couple more of the cleansing breaths. Go ahead and do it. Or if I'm feeling good, I feel those bobbing waves. Good. It's exactly where you need to be now. All right. So again, that is phase 1. That is the active breath. All right. So now that we're in the active breath state, okay, we're now going to go ahead and move into phase 2, which is heart rate variability. So the pattern that we're going to do today for the heart rate variability is 4 seconds in and 6 seconds out. Okay, and it's all nasal breathing. Okay, there's no mouth breathing whatsoever. It's in through the nose, it's out through the nose. So let me do a couple demonstrations for you first before we do the timer. Okay, so if I'm doing 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. Okay, so I'll be doing the countdown for you guys. All right, like I said, I recommend the Resonant Breathing app I talked about yesterday with day number 11. Okay, if you were not checking out that video, I suggest checking it out, right? And you can look at that app. It's something you can get for free on Google Play, or the Google Play Store or the Apple Store, okay? And you can download it for free. It's Forrest Knutson's app that he helped create, right? It's really, really good. It's specifically designed for heart rate variability, all right? So check that out if you have not already got it. If you have, great. You can even set that as an option as well too. So through this example, we're going to do 4 seconds in and 6 seconds out. If you guys have the app right now, then you can set it for 5 minutes, okay, and have your own preferred amount of breaths there as well too. That's an option that you can do, okay? So if you're with me right now, if you have the app, go ahead and get started. We're going to do the 5 minutes beginning right now. Deep breath in, 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. That's the alarm going off. So that is 5 minutes, everybody. So just finish your breath now. Okay. We did 5 minutes of heart rate variability. So basically when we're doing the 4 seconds in and the 6 seconds out, we're doing 10 seconds of full breath, right? So we're basically doing 5 minutes. So that would be, right? So if we're looking at the 10 seconds, that'd be 6, 12, 18, 24, and of course 30. So we're basically doing about 30 breaths together in that 5 minutes time, right? Approximately, based upon the 4 and the 6 and my own timing. So that's very, very good, all right? So this is where we want to continue to work together with that. Again, when we're doing the BCR technique, take 5 minutes. Take 5 minutes to do the heart rate variability, right? If you only want to do phase 1, if you want to do the cleansing breath beforehand, or if you're feeling already active, right? If you're feeling already active, go right into HRV, okay? But if you need to kind of wake yourself up a little bit, do the cleansing breaths. This is why we do the cleansing breaths. The cleansing breaths are only being used because you're waking yourself up. You're getting yourself to be a little bit more alert, right? Because again, we're doing this to prevent, right, falling asleep when we go into our reinforcement space, okay? So now that we have done that, we have done the heart rate variability, and now we're just being aware of the calmness, all right? Here we were before with active calmness. Now here we are doing the heart rate variability, and you should feel that nice stillness, right? The ocean looks like glass now. It's so incredibly still. And you're just, again, floating upon this wooden plank in the middle of the ocean. So now that we have done heart rate variability, we're now going to go ahead and move into reinforcement. So like I said, we do heart rate variability up until the point where we go into reinforcement. So now it's time to bring in your heart space, all right? So now we're in that still calmness. We're moving into reinforcement. We've done the BC, now we're doing the R. So now going into your heart space and feeling all of this beautiful heart-centered environment around you, okay? However that is, right? Each of you has your own unique space. I've heard from a lot of you about your unique spaces, right? They can be beautiful nature spaces. They can be a house, right? There's pictures on the wall. There's loved ones in your space. There's great friends in your space. There's angels in your space. There's fairies in your space. There's animals in your space. It's beautiful nature, beautiful trees and plants in your space. It goes on, right? Or it may just be void. There's just void in your space because that brings you into pure calmness. That brings you into bliss. Great, use it. Okay, so I want you just to go into your space right now. Okay, and I want you just to imagine you're opening up your pores, opening up the pores of your skin, and just feeling your heart. Okay, just place your hand upon your heart now. Okay, and I want you just to tune into your heart now, just for a few seconds. Okay, I want you to feel its rhythm. I want you to feel the heart beating in your chest. I want you just to feel yourself being one with your heart. Okay, it is more than just the organ. It's more than just an organ that pumps blood. Okay, this is your epicenter. This is your spirit center. This is where God resides. This is where spirit dwells. This is the gateway to the self. And it's this that we're opening up. Before we start the reinforcement practice, our heart doors are basically closed. When we go into reinforcement, we're taking it by the knobs and we're opening it up. We're pulling those doors open. And we pull those doors open by working with accumulating love energy, okay? Like I said, when you first come into this world, you are innocence, right? As a newborn baby, you are completely innocent. You're not smiling, right? You're just filled with wonder, right? You're just taking everything in. You're like a sponge. You're just absorbing everything. Innocence absorbs. Innocence witnesses. So when we bring love into our life, that's something that needs to be accumulated, because it's not something that you come in with. You're made out of love, of course. But again, that is representing the nature of innocence. So when you are coming into this life, you have to accumulate love. Your ability to smile accumulates love. Your ability to laugh, right? Your ability to feel this joy, feel this bliss, feel this happiness is the accumulation of all of that love. And that's what we're doing in the reinforcement space. Okay? In your reinforcement space, you are accumulating love, right? We have basically made ourselves innocent, right? Through the heart rate variability, where we are now completely still and calm. And now we're coming into that reinforcement space. We felt our heart. We bonded together with it. We are in rhythm with it. We're opening up the doors of the heart now, because now we're going to go to work. And for us to go to work is to accumulate love energy, okay? So I want you just to witness your space, not just witnessing it, not just seeing it with your physical eyes. I want you to be the things in your environment. You see a beautiful tree. I want you to go inside that tree. I want you to feel its bliss. I want you to feel its illumination of light. I want you to feel its spirit. If there are loved ones around you, I want you to go into every single one of them. I want you to feel their love. I want you to feel their bliss, their happiness, and their joy, because they are so absolutely thrilled that you're here. Go into that. Don't just observe a feeling through yourself, right? You are your environment. You are all pervasive inside your space, which means you should be feeling everything, right? If there's a forest around you, you're feeling every square inch of that forest. You're feeling what it's like to be the trees. You're feeling what it's like to be the grass. You're feeling what it's like to be the sky. You're feeling what it's like to be the animals in the forest. You're feeling what it's like to be that beautiful shining light that permeates all living things inside your space. You're feeling it, right? Remember what I've said. You are creator, okay? As you are creator, this is a space that you yourself have created. You're learning how to be God, okay? God does not look at everything through a central point. God is everything that God creates. God is in the grass. God is in the trees. God is in every molecule of air. God is in your loved ones. God is in your heart. God is everything that is. God is all pervasive. Okay? So you are being all pervasive. You're feeling what it's like to be in this space and to be every single thing in this space. And those blissful things that you place inside this space, that which represents the heart, you're really feeling that. Okay? And as you feel that, it's like that beautiful tractor beam, right? That beautiful tractor beam is taking that love and it's putting it into you. Now here's an additional thing that you can do while you're in your environment, okay? I want you to stretch out your hands, scoop up that love, and put it into the heart, okay? But you're not actually touching the chest, okay? You're reaching out, you're scooping up the love, and you're just putting it, and your hands stop about an inch before your chest. And it works. It works really, really well. Okay? Because your entire environment is filled with love. It's filled with bliss. Okay? This is a Qigong technique. We are scooping up the Qi, and you're bringing it into yourself. But again, you're not touching the chest. The hands are not touching, and you're not touching the chest. Okay? You stop about an inch before the chest. You're just going out. You're scooping in that love, and you're bringing it into the heart. With your hands stopping an inch before your chest, and the hands are not touching. Okay? These are collectors. Your hands are collectors, and they are collecting the Qi, and they're bringing it in. Okay? So you can additionally do that if you wish, right? Just take it in, put it in the heart. Take it in, scoop it up, in the heart. Okay? This is something that can help you as well too, right? So you're doing some Qigong while you're inside your reinforcement space. The whole point here is to get that love inside your heart. All of it, right? Get as much of it as possible. Once you start scooping up that energy, now we go into the gauge. Now we go into the energy ball. So I'm feeling this love coming through already, right? How much love is coming through you? Well, that is based upon how wide your hands are expanding, right? And you're encouraging yourself as you expand your hands. I feel so happy. I feel so blissful. I'm so thrilled that my family is here. I'm so thrilled that my angels are here. I can feel what it's like to be every single living thing inside my space. I can feel what it's like to be God. I can feel what it's like to be the creator. I feel everything permeating directly into my heart. I can feel my heart expanding more and more and more and more and more and more right now, right now, right now, right now, right now, right now, right now. And I slowly compress the hands, and I'm bringing that tennis ball shaped ball into my hands. Taking another slow, deep breath in and out. Putting that ball into the chest. Just what I did earlier when I was tuning into the heart. Placing the hand in the same place. And this time, yes, I can touch the chest. Okay? And I feel that ball permeating inside my heart. Okay? Everything. So all the air that you breathe, the energy that you're bringing in, it all collects into the heart. Okay? And this is why we're just taking a moment. We're feeling those heart doors open. Our heart is nice and wide. It's beautiful. It's spacious. It's a universe within a universe. It's a wheel within a wheel. It is joy within joy. All right? So therefore, we feel that heart opening up. And now if we have our love energy entity, we can see them appear. Okay? As soon as we put that ball in our chest and we feel those doors opening, so to speak, that's where, for those of you who have chosen to work with a love energy entity, they appear in your space, just like that. Okay? Because that's showing you, Master, what can I do for you today? Okay? Maybe it's Jesus, maybe it's Buddha, maybe it's a family member, maybe it's a guide of yours, maybe it's an animal guide, maybe it's a plant, maybe it's an orb of light. Whatever it is your love energy entity. Either you have created or you have talked to your heart, and your heart has brought you this form. Okay? So now that the love energy is there, the love energy entity is there, let's take a moment. For those of you who have manifested a love energy entity, I want you to take 1 minute of time right now to talk to them. Okay? I want you to feel like you can ask any question to that love energy entity based on anything you'd like. Okay? We're going to take 1 minute of silence. And if you want to talk to your love energy entity right now, we have 1 minute to do so. Go ahead and begin. Okay, and that's 1 minute. Take a deep breath in, out the nose. Okay. Now, of course, when you're doing your own BCR technique, you can take all the time you want, right? If you want to just sit down and have a conversation with your love energy entity, go for it, right? A minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever you prefer. It's your space, okay? You are creator. So just in this example, we're doing a 1 minute conversational time. Now we can bring our situations that we're looking to correct to our love energy entity's attention, okay? For this example, I will refer to the love energy entity as angel, okay? So I looked here in the left shoulder, okay? In actuality, it is about 1.5 out of 10, okay? So I would talk to my love energy entity, angel, okay? The heart space, the love. Angel, heal my left shoulder entirely. Apply. All right, so I giggled there. That giggle is activity, okay? That's a check mark on the checklist, all right? So I would put that down there. I would check mark that and saying, yep, I felt activity. I started giggling. I could feel energy moving, all right? So yes, that is working, all right? That's in progress now. Okay, now I go down to step 2. So if I've already taken care of the physical body, I've already talked to angel about the physical body. Now I'm moving on to the second part. I'm going down into the emotional body, okay? Let's just say, for their example, there's anger. There is no anger in me, but I'm just going to use it as an example, okay? So I'm tuning in. I said, okay, my anger was 7 out of 10 beforehand. Is it still 7 out of 10? Let's say no, it's down to about a 5 out of 10 right now, okay? So here's what I did. Okay, I gave the updated score just below the 7 out of 10, okay? So now it's about a 5 out of 10, okay? So it's still there, but it's been cut down a little bit. So again, now I connect with the angel again, and I say, angel, heal all of my anger as I'm ready to release it now. Let it be done. Okay, I tune in, and I may start to smile. I may start to chuckle. I may start to witness that energy is flowing through my body. There's activity, okay? So where there's activity, that's great. It's the slightest thing. It's the subtlest of things, okay? So you feel that slight, subtle feeling, right? You start smiling. You start giggling. You start chuckling. You start laughing. And you just feel within yourself, yeah, there's energy moving. I can feel it, right? It's just this beautiful sensation. Great. If there's any sensation at all, no matter how subtle, that's activity, okay? So we're putting that check mark there. That means activity is there. We don't concern about it after that, okay? If I say, okay, I have anger, I'm ready to let it go, and I'm ready for it to be healed, let it be done, okay? And all of a sudden now I start getting a reaction. I notice that there's activity happening. I put that check mark there, okay? I don't give it another thought. It's gone to me now, okay? It's gone to me in my awareness. Now we go down to the third one, which I just gave the example of being rejection, okay? So we're down to rejection now, which was originally 8 out of 10. Again, just an example. I'm not feeling rejected at all. I love you guys. Okay, so rejection was 8 out of 10. Okay, so that's again the feeling of, my family doesn't quite understand me. I feel like a black sheep. I feel like I'm an outcast. I feel unloved by my family, right? So that would be the example of the belief system, right? So I'm looking into that, right? So with the belief system, it's a little bit different. We have to convince ourselves that we can move past the belief system because it's a very sturdy wall, right? We're looking at the physical body as somewhat of a wall, but it's kind of a thinner wall. We're looking at the emotional body, it's a little bit thicker of a wall. We're looking at the mental body pertaining to beliefs because the mental body is that kind of configuration between the emotions and the thoughts, right? And it creates a bit of a thicker wall here. So we need to see ourselves completely, see what would it feel like if I was able to completely alleviate that belief system? How would that look? Let's say I was not rejected by anybody. How would that look? I'd just be smiling. I'd be so happy. I just feel that love that permeates through me. I know that love comes from within me. And I feel like I am just spreading that love out. And I no longer feel rejection because love and happiness reside within me. There you go. You've found your clarity. You've found your solution. So that's the question you ask yourself beforehand. What would it feel like if this belief system didn't exist? How would you feel? I feel happy. I feel joyful. I know that love exists within me. I know that I'm the pure happiness. There's the answer to your question, right? So can I be that? Of course. Well, there you go. If not, then I want to go back into my reinforcement space. I want to bring in more love. I want to feel like I can be the solution. Okay? The solution is to imagine that that belief system doesn't exist. Okay, that's it. You don't have to be so deductive about this and say, well, what if I do this and I do that? You're thinking about it from the physical reality. You're thinking about it through intellect. Okay? We're not doing that to clear away the belief system. What would it feel like to you to be absent of this belief system? Oh, I'd be joyous. It'd be wonderful. I feel love. I feel amazing, right? I feel that love is, again, just permeating through me, right? I'd just be the happiest person alive. That's what we want to be. We want to be the happiest person alive. We've already felt what that's like in our reinforcement space. We've already known what that's like, accumulating all of that love energy, feeling yourself as one with your space, with your loved ones, with your angels, with the animals, with anything else that's in your space. You know what that love is like, right? So if we need to, we spend a little bit more time in the reinforcement space. We want to feel love that is beyond this body, right? We want to feel the love that is everything, that pervades through all, okay? And we're bringing that into ourselves, and now we feel it. And now all I have to ask myself regarding that belief system, what would it feel like if I was absent of that belief system? What would it feel like? This is where our imagination comes in. How does it feel to be without rejection? I'm free. The shackles fall off. I feel amazing. I want you to stay with that feeling. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. Yeah, it feels good, feels good. Can I do this? Oh yeah, I can do it. Great. See, that's all we're doing. That's the solution. Be absent of the belief system. Imagine yourself absent of the belief system, right? We're not trying to turn corners here and say, well, let's see, if I logically try to do this, and if I logically try to pick up the phone, I try to call my mom, and I try to explain to her how loving I'm feeling right now. No. You're trying to use your physical reality as the means to your liberation, and that can't be done, right? You're looking at duality, to thinking that duality is going to solve your problems. That can't be done. Don't play with duality, okay? Work with yourself. Work with the inside, okay? What have I said? The inside is the cause. The outside is the effect, okay? If we're going to go after, okay, I did the BCR technique. I got to pick up my phone now. I got to call my mom. I say, Mom, I'm so high on love right now. What the hell are you talking about? We're trying to go into the outside world and try to rectify our problems. It doesn't work that way, okay? It just doesn't work, right? We've tried it many times. The best way to really understand this is for you to live in the absence of your belief system, okay? What does it feel like to be absent of my belief? And that is what you stay with, and you nurture that, right? You're like a mother that's cuddling a newborn. That is what you're feeling. You're aligning yourself to the new you, okay? This is, again, kind of a hint of the realignment method, okay? We are now, this is still the BCR technique, but we're using a hint of the realignment method here. That you are just basically taking that rejection and you're doing that to it, okay? You're putting an X through it and saying that what is it like to be without that rejection completely? What is it to be completely absent of that, right? So again, for all of you here that are tuning into this right now, and maybe you have something down for your belief system or belief systems, I want you to put an X through every single one of them, and I want you to feel what is it like to be absent of that belief system or those belief systems. How would it feel? If I just snapped my fingers right now and said your belief system is gone, how do you feel? The shackles fell off. There's just love permeating everywhere. I feel free. Good, stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. All right? And you're feeling it build. Yeah, I can feel myself leaving that belief system. It is possible. That's it. We're just looking for possibility. As soon as you have possibility, you know that this is possible. It can be beat, right? That's it. That's the solution. This is how we handle solutions, through the inside, through the heart. We shift out of that vibration. We shift out of that frequency. We shift out of that energy, because we have seen the possibility of what we're like when that belief system is absent. We now see the result. Okay? So that's what you're doing with your belief systems. You're making them absent, and you're feeling what it's like to be yourself absent of those belief systems. Because now we can cross them out. Okay? Now that I have that possibility, because it is just a possibility, that's all I need. So now I talk to the angel. Angel, heal the belief system representing the rejection, because I know it's possible that I can alleviate myself from this. Let it be done. Okay? And you feel that. Okay? You feel that activity happening, right? So if there's activity, that means it's being done. Okay? So now you have a check mark there. Taking care of your belief systems. You see how simple that is? You see how simple everything is when you live through the heart? Where you just see, what is it like to be absent of that belief system? What is it to be absent of that barrier, that big gigantic wall that I thought it was absolutely impossible to climb over? Right? Goes back to like what Jesus said. With man, such things are impossible, but with God, all things are possible. Okay? That's what you're doing. You are being the God self, and you are seeing yourself absent of that barrier, absent of that belief, absent of that wall, absent of that condition. It's X'd out. And now I'm seeing the result of me being absent from that belief system. Does that make sense to everybody? All right. That's all you have to do. Cross out that belief system. See yourself absent of it. Embellish how you feel by being absent of it. Make it stronger and stronger and stronger, and saying, is it possible that I can do this? It is. And that's all you need. That's you being the permission slip. Okay? You have to give yourself permission. You're not getting permission from anybody else. Okay? This is you as your own gatekeeper. You're the one holding the spear, guarding the fence. Right? And you're the one that says, Joe, no, you can't enter. Jenny, no, you can't enter. Right? Well, what if I basically took that guard out of the way, feeling them completely absent, and I'm seeing this gateway open? I'm seeing this fenced gate now open, and there's no guard there. What is the possibility of that? Can I feel that? Let me just do that, right? So there's no guard, and there's no closed fence. It's all gone. It's open. How would I feel? I feel amazing. I feel wonderful. Stay with that. 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 Okay? And you're building it, and you're building it, and you're building it. As long as I say, it's possible to do this, that's your step forward. Okay? Now you're taking actions upon that, right? So after you've cleared out that belief system, you're taking actions throughout your day that complement how you feel regarding the absence of that belief. Okay? Which means you're feeling happy. Your family in that sense is not able to understand you. You're okay with that. You're sending them love. Right? You're sending them love. You realize that they're on their own path. You realize that this is what they're here to do. They have to work through these things themselves just as you have been. And nonetheless, you love them. They're always your family. Right? So there is no separation anymore. Whether your family embraces your path or does not, doesn't matter. They're your family. They always will be. When you truly love them, that's all that matters. I just love my family. Whether they have a difficult time with me or not doesn't matter. And so I'm expressing that throughout my day. I'm being okay with that. And that is you creating more of the deletion of that belief system. You're okay where they are. You're accepting exactly where they are. You're not trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. Saying, why aren't they where I am? Why aren't they doing this? Why aren't they doing BCR technique? Because it's not for them, right? If it was for them, they'd be looking into that right now. This is something that you simply accept, okay? With your family, with your friends, with your acquaintances, with your co-workers, with everybody in your life, okay? Accept them where they are. And if you truly have love for them, keep that love intact. Because what matters is that you love them. The person doesn't have to love you back. Okay? That's the tricky thing. But once you understand that and saying, I love them, right? It's my mom, it's my dad, it's my brother, it's my sister, it's my kids, it's my husband, it's my wife, right? It's my best friend. Well, they're all loved ones, right? Do you love them? Of course. Will you stop loving them if they don't love you? I don't think so, no. No. I just love them. Well, there you go. That's what you're sticking with, right? So that is being your solution that you're demonstrating throughout the entire day. I love them. I love them, right? And you're maintaining that. And that's what's going to basically cave in that old belief system of feeling unloved, because you just have love to give. Now you will notice that as you live like that, phone calls will start happening, right? They will start talking to you because that's the alignment that you're moving into, right? There can be the opportunity for communication. There can be the opportunity for interaction. There can be the idea for bygones to be bygones. Everything's possible. Spirit works in unknown ways, and it will always bring you these surprises, right? So be open to the unexpected, all right? So that is it. So that is us doing this list. Okay, we have done the list. We have fulfilled everything upon that list. We've taken care of it, right? So now we're just taking that time, right? We're just taking a few deep breaths into the nose, out the nose. And we're slowly coming back, right? We're just kind of moving our hands, moving our fingers, rotating our wrists, curling our toes, rolling our shoulders, gently fluttering open our eyes. And now we return. We return back into the present moment, and you can come back. Okay. How's everybody feeling? Everybody feeling good, right? For you guys that did this alongside me. Is it becoming a lot more clearer about what the BCR technique is helping you to do? It's helping you to live in love. It's helping you to live from the inside, right? So like I said, you do not need to be Sherlock Holmes, okay? We're not being Sherlock Holmes pertaining to our own personal issues. We are not going outside and dabbling together with physical reality, looking for clues, using deductive reasoning, using logic to try and resolve our situations. That's not what we're here to do. We are here to feel the heart living from the inside and transforming ourselves, because now we have felt what we can do inside is just shifting our vibration. We shift our frequency. And that's all there is to it. It's a simple, simple thing, right? What happens if I shift this away, if I'm absent of that belief system, if I'm absent of that emotion? What does it feel like? This is how it feels like, right? You see the possibility. If you're like, oh, I don't know, I can't imagine anything. Well, of course you can, right? You're just stubborn, right? The ignorance is getting to you. So this is why we're going into that heart space. You should not feel grumpy, and you should not feel stubborn, and you should not feel ignorant, right? Because what do? Before we go into the reinforcement space, we leave the ego behind, okay? You're coming into this as yourself. You're living through the heart, and you are coming into that space with the heart, not with the ego, right? So I would say it's pretty much impossible. If you say, oh, I don't know, I can't imagine anything, after you did the reinforcement space, I don't think so. Right? The possibility is there. That's all we have to look for. We look at the possibility of us transforming, and that's living from the inside, right? So even when you're dealing with any problems in your physical life, right, it has the categories: physical, emotional, mental. So this is where I say, okay, I need to stop what I'm doing, and I need to go do a BCR technique, right? So I'm going to go into my private space, I'm going to close the door, I'm going to relax myself, and I'm going to go into BCR because I'm noticing some problems that are coming up, okay? If I'm looking at the news and I'm horrified by what I'm seeing, okay, I'm emotionally reacting to that because there's belief systems in me that are coming up that's saying, oh my God, this is so horrible, this is terrible, I'm offended by this, okay? Those are screaming belief systems, okay? So this is where we need to turn off the TV, turn off the computer, turn off your phone, and go into your private space. Something is offending you. Something is making you react negatively. That is a screaming gauge coming out of you and saying, come on, go do the BCR technique. Get out of this outside world right now, right? Go into your private space, initiate the BCR technique, right? Your physicality, your emotionality, your mentality. Let's look at those things. Let's put it down. That's why we have the notepad. That's why we have the check-in list. And again, you have to learn to really do this yourself, okay? We have a community, of course. So you have supporters and you have encouragers. You have a helper. But you have to go through this all yourself, right? You have to be able to do the BCR technique. No one can step into your reality and do this for you. You have to do this yourself. You have to know what it is like to live inside the heart. Now, after you do that, you have a revolution, just like you did here, right? All those things are crossed off. There are check marks on them. You're feeling great. And now you're not concerned. You can watch the news and say, oh, I'm just giving them love. I'm just giving love to the entire situation, right? I'm on the internet. I see someone in pain. I'm giving them love. What it would be like if that person was in my space. Let's say there was a person that was in pain. They were shuddering, they're shaking, they're in pain, and here they are inside your love space. What do? You bring some love to them, right? So you open up your heart. It's a heart door. You're opening it up. You're going over to them. You're taking them by the hands, and you're just embracing them and saying, I love you. You are me, and I am you. Right? And all that love is now flowing into that person. And you're saying, this is the actual person, right? If it's my best friend, maybe she lost her job. Maybe she's having problems with her kids. She's having problems with her family. She's scared about COVID, right? Well, then I'm going to pop her in my space. I'm going to pop her in my reinforcement space. That's the greatest favor you can do for anybody. And now you see them shivering. You see them shaking. You see them afraid. And you're inside this beautiful space. You go up to them. And you just say, I love you. You are me, and I am you. We are parts of each other. And now that love comes in, and you see them transform before your eyes. And now you see them as this loving, confident person. And now you're just wishing that. You're intending that for the person. You're seeing that person in their new body. This is realignment method, okay? But it's integrative together with the BCR technique. So you're going in there, if you see your mom in a trouble, you see your best friend in trouble, right? You're going up to them and you're saying, they're in my space. Well, that's no problem. This is my love space. This is where love exists. And it's radiantly, it's prolific here. It permeates everything. It's all pervasive. And so I'm putting all of that energy into them. And I'm taking them by the hands and they're standing up and they're just embracing me. And you know what they're saying to me? Thank you so much for this, because I felt like nobody else cared, and you care, right? And I can't tell you what that means to me. And now they become a being of light, because you've taken that time to invite them into your reinforcement space, and now you're permeating that love into them, and you're seeing them become this brand new being. All right, let's say that person's name is Jenny. All right, and you're going up to Jenny and you're holding her in your arms and you're saying, all this love that I have for her, let it be with her in all that she is, right? So you're telling all that love energy, go to Jenny, right? Go to my mom, right? Feel all that love, and you're just reinforcing them with your love. And so they're going to feel that. They will feel that. Whether they embrace it or not is up to them. But nonetheless, that is you bringing them assistance. You showing that you care. So that's another great thing about your reinforcement space, is you make it perfect. But now you're bringing in people into your life who are as you see they are, right? This is another step. This is the more advanced level here. When we go into the reinforcement space, is you can take those who are distraught, pop them in your space, right? And so now you have your loved ones in the background that are their higher selves. You have your angels in the background. You have your animals in the background. You have your loving space. And you see them cuddled up into a corner, shivering and shaking and afraid and angry and not too sure what to think. You approach them graciously. You hold out your hand. They feel the love that's radiating out of you. Say, I feel like an angel is coming up to me. right? And now they're taking your hand, and now they're just embracing you. Thank you for caring about me, because I feel like nobody else does. You do, because here I am in your space. Here I am with you, sharing all this love and all this happiness and all this bliss with me. You care. I can't tell you how much that means to me. That is the treasure in heaven, everybody. That's the true treasure. It is how much you care as you see everyone as yourself and you're giving them compassion, right? And that's what people need right now more than anything. They need that compassion. And there's something that I do, and it's not BCR technique related, but I'll mention it anyways. There's something that I do when I go into the self, right? I basically hold everyone's heart in my hand, and I'm just filling it with the perfection of the self, right? And I just hold it there with my heart. And it's a beautiful feeling. You can feel the entire world light up. You're not doing anything. You're just abiding in the self. And the perfection of the self is filling that heart, right? So this is just another example, but you're doing it again with a loved one, okay? Who you feel is in despair, who you feel is depressed, who you feel is angry, who you feel is sad, who you feel is fearful. They don't know where to turn. They don't know what to do. Pop them in your space, right? You are telling yourself, that is my mom. That is my sister. That is my best friend. This is just a person I met on Facebook, right? Somebody I met on Telegram, whatever it is. And I feel them popped into my space, okay? I may not know their face, but I know their essence. And that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the essence of them. I'm seeing them afraid. And I'm filling them with love. I'm being a loving worker, right? So you can do that inside your own space. I would recommend that. This is what I would suggest again as you're continuing to do the BCR technique a lot more. Live inside that space, right? And again, that space is always existing inside your heart. So whenever you see a person that you care for, or maybe someone you just met, right? You're popping them in your space. You're popping them in your heart. And you're embracing them. You're loving them. You're showing them compassion. That is going to make a world of difference. And that is you filling up your treasure box of the treasures of heaven, right? That's what's going to make a difference. That's when the time comes when you leave this body and you see the richness that you have. It's not from your bank account. It's not from your big car. It's not from your big house. It's not from your work. It's from the people that you helped. It is heart treasure. That's what you're going to stay with. That's building up the treasures of heaven, right? That is having eternal life, because you live through the heart. You live through the kingdom of heaven, right? It is all within you. The kingdom of heaven is the heart. That's all it is, right? God resides in the kingdom of God, in the kingdom of heaven. Well, that's your heart. Kingdom of heaven is the heart. That's all Jesus was saying, right? Go into the kingdom of heaven, your heart, right? This is why you're opening up the doors. It's why you're putting in all of this treasure. The treasure is the love. The treasure is the compassion. The treasure is the bliss. The pleasure is the joy. The pleasure is the support. The pleasure is the encouragement. The pleasure is helping others. That's it. That's the treasure. And that is what you're standing all throughout. When you leave this body, you're filled with the treasures of heaven. Now you have eternal life. Now you can do whatever you want, right? The universe is yours. You are God. You are spirit. You are the self. And you're free. When you have all of those treasures of heaven flowing through you, you're free. You're free. I want you to really feel that. It's just about living through the heart, Brad. That's all it is. Exactly. That's it. And you're learning how to do that through the BCR technique. This is all I'm teaching you guys, is how to live from the inside. When you live from the inside, and now you know how to omit those belief systems because you see the possibility of what you're like beyond those belief systems, and you now align to that, you're free. right? The shackles fall off. The gates open and there's no guards standing there. This is what I want you guys to continue to work with. And let me know how you're doing, okay? So go to the video description. Join the Telegram group if you have not already. Share your stories. People are already doing that. And again, it's a great encouragement. It's a wonderful place to be in that Telegram group, okay? Download the PDFs, all right? Go on to Google Play. Go on to the App Store, the Apple Store, and download the resonant breathing. Practice your heart rate variability as well too, okay? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Keep trying it. Work with it, okay? It's going to make a world of difference, all right? Okay, guys, so let me just see if there's any quick questions. If you guys do have any questions in the chat, I think everybody's good from what I'm seeing here. Okay. Okay, here's one from Sarah. Sarah asks, hi, Brad, what about if you're dealing with bereavement, raw grief? Should you keep overriding it with love energy? Well, it's basically what I've described already, right? So like I said, when you're looking at an emotion, when you're looking at a belief system, can I imagine myself absent with that, right? And now that you see yourself absent of that, you're going into that new body, you're going into that new version of yourself, and you're saying, I can feel that. Good. Stay with it. 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 Right? And now you feel it. Now you ask yourself the question, is there a possibility that I can now clear away this belief system because I know that I can do it? Yes, of course. There you go. You're free. If even just the possibility of it exists, you're free of it. All right? So that's what you're telling your love energy entity to do. Clear away this belief system because I know it's possible that I can transcend it. Let it be done. Okay? Now it gets done, and you feel the energy, you feel the activity coming through. Right? So be aware of that. Continue to work with this and see how you evolve. Right? And then we're using our actions to complement us being free of that belief system afterwards. Okay? That comes through your actions and your intentions. Okay. So feeling great from the practices tonight. Very good. Great, guys. Excellent. So thank you again for your presence today. We will go ahead and conclude now. So this is day number 12, the BCR technique. Join me tomorrow where we'll be sharing some more additional hints about the BCR technique. We're going to look a lot more into the heart tomorrow, right? So we're going to be looking into living the heart life, all right? So living the life inside the heart. Again, remembering to live from the inside, okay? So that'll be the topic of tomorrow. Thank you so much, everybody, and I'll talk to you tomorrow for day number 13. Take care, be well, and we'll talk soon. Goodbye.